welcome on board the van for today's drive along. And as you can see, we are back in Guernsey in the Channel Islands, as we always are, and we've got a really interesting drive along today. Well, if you're wondering whereabout in the island we are north end of the island in the Vale, and more importantly we're going to be going through some really beautiful lanes today. So no main roads, so if you're looking for main road driving, have a look round at my other videos, because it's not this one. You're going to see some different places today. Now these lanes, believe it or not, they are two-way. I drive a Ford Transit, and as we get through the video I go down a lane that I actually get a bit worried because I'm not sure if I can fit down it. That's a bit later on in the video, so you can look forward to that. So in this drive along we are going through the Vale, very small lane, and you can see, look at the houses. So in this video, just keep watching, because you're going to see some houses that are maybe unique to Guernsey. You're going to see some small roads and tiny lanes that are unique to Guernsey. So we go around the corner to the right here. Now this lane, the one we're in now, I know very, very well, because this is where my mum and dad live, down here. So I played up and down this road many a times on my bike. Look at these lovely houses on the right. They do not get much nicer than this. The times I played up and down here on my push bike, kicking a football, all sorts. So this is very familiar to me, this lane. You know, you get roads where you're brought up around your house and they just feel so homely. This is one of those roads for me. So we're going to carry on up the road. I don't think I meet any cars, which is good. So we've got two options here. We can go straight on or turn right. I want to show you some good lanes, so I turn right here. If you go straight on, you eventually come out at Landcrest Common. We're going up. Now if you notice the speed I'm driving at, I purposely drive quite slow on this drive along, because A, I didn't want to meet anything, have a shock, and B, it's better footage for the viewers and all you lot out there watching if I drive slower. We drive up this hill. Now what's this called? The Hook Pair? Something like that. That's probably not the correct name, but I know it as the Hook Pair. And we go on up. Now I used to race down here on my bike and my skateboard. So there's a bit of information for you. Interesting, I know. Round to the right. And we've got some people walking here. Now this is where you got to be careful, because it is very tight, these lanes. By the way, this isn't the tightest bit of the video. There's a lot tighter road coming up. Just go through.
Yeah, because I did.
So if you look down, if you did look down to the right, that's where all the roads are we just drove along. There's a big field to the right, so we're quite high up here at the moment. Now what's the speed limit through these lanes, you might be wondering? Well, in these lanes you would drive at a safe speed according to the conditions of the road. So whatever the speed is, you just go at a safe speed, because you can't really go too fast around here. And to be honest, it would be a bit crazy, because as I mentioned before, it's a two-way road, so for all I know there could be a car driving around the corner the other way here. Not a lot of time to react, especially if you're two vans or two big cars. So you can use your motor horn, do a bit of hooting around here. Look at that lovely house, look. Look at that house on the right, and look at the view it's got over that field. Absolutely lovely. So we're heading on down the lane. Really peaceful around here. Very relaxing. Not a lot of people around. And I take it to the yellow line. So two options again, we can either go left or right. If I go right, that takes me back to where I started the video, so I don't want to do that. So I decide to go left here, and I come to a yellow line at the end, and I go straight on again. I go through a really small lane, the one I was mentioning about before. So as you can imagine, if you live down these roads, they are very quiet. It's not the sort of road you drive down a lot, really, because there is main roads. If you're going somewhere, you probably wouldn't go down here. I would imagine the main bulk of traffic is people that live down here, because there's bigger and easier roads to use to get to other routes. There we go, so we're heading down. So I go to the yellow line here, and you got to be careful here because you got it's like a 4 cross, and you got cars coming from your left and right. So there's a mirror just up to the right which shows you the direction of the traffic coming from the right. You just have to have a good look left, and I go straight down here. Now these roads, there's a little sign on the top there. I don't think you see, just on the lamppost, it said Ruette Tranquille. I think it's 15. So the maximum speed limit is 15, but as I mentioned before, it doesn't mean you have to do 15. You can go a lot slower if you want to. And down we go. Motorhome on the left, nice one. And my uncle lives down this road on the right. So my family are all round this area of the island. The Lanes of the Vale. Very nice area actually. So there's a few cars parked on the left. Now this is the bit I mentioned. Now at the end of this road I gently bear right, and I actually thought, shall I go down here? Is my van going to fit down here? There's a road here on the right. It's not this one, it's not that one, it's the next one I turn up. So have a look at this, just to the right. In I go. This is tight even for Guernsey standards. Just get my van down, and I'm in a Ford Transit. So I'm driving very slow, very careful. I actually think I was driving in first gear, which is very rare, but I was only driving very slow. Round here, some very old Guernsey houses or cottages. I like these sort of places. It's to take you back in time a little bit. Round to the left, just gently to the right. You'll see sometimes in Guernsey in the lanes some very old-fashioned like cottages or sort of like farmhouse types of houses that have been there for a long time. Some of them are just left to rack and ruin, others have been restored. Like you see on the left there, look at that corrugated iron for the roof, corrugated sheeting. Round to the right. So the lane is getting very slightly bigger, but not too much. Yeah, it's slightly bigger now. So I hope this has given you a taste of the lanes in Guernsey. So they're not all this small, but I did want to choose some which really showed, you know, what they get like. And of course, I'm coming out onto the main road now. So as usual, thanks for watching. Click the screen to watch the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff on Guernsey. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video.